Hello students, how are you all? I just hope that you all are safe and you all must be studying at home. Now most of the students, they are making spelling mistakes while writing answers. So just take care of this thing and always mention assignment number while sending you homework. And if you have any doubt, if you have any query, you don't get any part, any topic, then you can ask me, you can mail me, I'm always there for you. Right? Now students, before we start our new chapter, let us confirm answers of objective type questions of page number 36, 37 and 38 of chapter number 2. So let us start now. A. Choose the correct option. First is, these are the leaf-like part of a flower. The answer is sepals. 2. This is the swollen top of stamen. The answer is anther. 3. This connects stigma to ovary. Answer is style. Then comes page number 37. Fourth one, this flower undergoes pollination by insect. The answer is marigold. Fifth, this is the part of the seed which develops into new plant. The answer is embryo. 6. This is the edible part of the fruit. The answer is mesocarp. 7. This is a tiny opening in a seed. The answer is hilum. 8. This develops into shoot of the baby. The answer is plumule. Then comes B part of page number 37. Fill in the blanks. First, the dash protects the flower when it is in the form of a bud in the initial stage. The answer is sepals. 2. Answer is androecium is the male reproductive part of a flower consisting of little stalks with swollen tops called stamens. 3. The answer is the ovary. Ovary contain female sex cells of a plant. 4. When the pollen grains from the anther of a flower on one plant are transferred to the stigma of a flower on another similar plant, it is called, the answer is cross-pollination. 5th, when a pollen grain falls on the stigma of the pistil, the pollen grain grows a, answer is pollen tube, downwards through the style towards the female gamete in the ovary. 6. Zygote develops into an embryo. The answer is embryo. 7. The fruits whose pericarp is distinguished into epicarp, mesocarp and endocarp are called, answer is fleshy fruits. 8th one, the answer is germination. Germination begins when the seed absorbs water, swells and bursts through the seed coat. Now comes page number 38. C. Write true or false. First one is, sepals may either be separate from one another or joined together. This is true. Second one, the function of sepals is to attract insects and to protect the reproductive organs which are at the center of the flower. This is false. It is the answer is petals. Third, stigma stores the pollen grains. This is also false. The anther, it stores the pollen grains. Fourth one, gynoecium is a female reproductive part of a flower. This is true. Fifth one, since pollen grains are light, they are easily carried by water from flower to flower for pollination. This is also correct. Then sixth one, endocarp is the outermost layer of the fruit that forms the skin. This is false. It is actually epicarp. Seventh one, kiwi is a dry fruit. False. Kiwi is a fleshy fruit. Eighth one, hilum absorbs water in a seed. The answer is true. Ninth one, fleshy part or seed leaves are called cotyledons. This is also true. 10th one, God shows hypogea germination. This is also true. Then comes name the following. First one, the top swollen tip of a pistil. The answer is stigma. Second one, the middle part of a pistil is called style. Then third one, the swollen part at the bottom of the pistil is called ovary. Fourth one, the transfer of pollen grains from the anther of a stamen to the stigma of a pistil is known as pollination. We have to mention only pollination, not self or cross. Fifth one, the process in which the male gamete present in pollen grain fuses with the female gamete present in ovule to form a new cell called zygote is known as, the process is known as fertilization. Sixth one, the hard innermost layer of the fruit that encloses the seed. The answer is endocarp. E-N-D-O-C-A-R-P. Seventh one, the fleshy part of the seed or seed leaves. It is called cotyledon. Then this E1 is actually you have to complete the pattern analogy. Sepal, calyx. Sepal is called calyx and petal is called corolla. C-O-R-O-L-L-A. Second one, anther male. So the female will be stigma. S-T-I-G-M-A. Third one, bougainvillea is actually the answer is insect pollination. And here the pattern is given maize wind pollination. Then comes fourth one, monocotyledon, and here dicotyledon. Here the example of dicots are mango, and here monocotyledon will be papaya. Fifth one, maize is hypogeal germination. So bean is epigeal germination. This is how you have to write. Okay. Students, this is an activity that you'll be doing in your activity file. This activity is from chapter number 1, the leaf. So this is how you'll be writing in your activity file. First you will write chapter number, chapter name, then activity 1, and then you will write aim. Now aim is to show transpiration in plants and materials required. What are the materials that are required for the activity? A plant, pot, polythene bag and a sellotape. Then procedure. This is how you'll be doing the activity. First you have to take a well-watered potted plant having big leaves, okay? Then second is enclose a leafy stem of the plant in a clean polythene bag. You have to wrap the leafy stem of the plant with a clean polythene bag. Clean means it should be transparent. And seal the mouth of polythene bag properly with a sellotape. Then third is keep this potted plant in the sunshine for 2 to 3 hours. Okay, you have to keep this plant in sunshine. Then what you will observe after 2 or 3 hours, you will see a number of water droplets on the inner side of the polythene bag. Okay, this is how you'll be writing. Then you have to write interpretation. This is actually the conclusion. It shows that the leaves of plant give out water vapor. Since I told you transpiration is actually the evaporation water from leaves. So when we keep the plant in sunshine, then what happens? Transpiration occurs and evaporation occurs in leaves. Then the leaves of plant, they give out water vapor. Since the leaves are enclosed in polythene bag, we have wrapped the leaves with the polythene bag. Then the water vapor, it cannot escape into air. It remains inside the polythene bag. So the water vapor given out by the covered leaves keeps on collecting inside the polythene bag, which condenses to form tiny drops of water. It is these droplets of water which we see sticking to the inner side of the polythene bag. Thus the activity shows that the leaves of a plant lose water through transpiration. This is a simple experiment. Here you can see it is given on page number 16 of your textbook. Okay, this one here you can see this is a well watered potted plant, and we have covered the stem or covered the leaves with a clean polythene bag. And then what happens when we keep this potted plant in sunshine, then in 2 or 3 hours the transpiration occurs, and the water vapor, since it doesn't come out of the polythene bag, it remains inside the polythene bag and forms on condensing it forms water droplets. Can you see this? Water droplets. So this is a simple experiment to show transpiration in plants. So this you will be doing in your activity file, and the diagram also, you have to draw the diagram also. Okay. Now students, there is one more activity which is from chapter number 2. It is given on page number 32 of your book, and this is the way you'll be writing your activity. First you will write A, materials required, procedure, observation, and then interpretation. Okay, and this also to be done in your activity file.